Okay, what if perfectionism is linked really close to identity? Okay, so let's unpack this. So identity, or perfectionism, you might create an idea of who you are or who you want to be, and goals. That's not what I'm trying to say. Okay, when you don't know who you really are, you might create an idea of what you want to be. So you might see an example of something you want to be. And there's nothing wrong with, having role models and like identifying with something that has already been done that falls in line with what you want to do. Okay, nothing wrong with that. I think what I'm saying is that when we know who we really are, we have peace, and then we live from that place, right? Instead of striving for something that we think we want, we just live from a place that we already are. I know, like, an example I can think of is when, like, for instance, when I was picking out what I wanted to do for college, and I picked it from a place originally, like when I was in 7th grade, from a place that was like pretty close to like who I am in identity. But as I got older, it became more of a choice of like, do I want to actually finish my degree, and like, am I doing this for me, or am I doing it for someone else? Am I doing this to prove just that I can? And I think, my era or generation came from like, a woman can do these things too, and you kind of like prove yourself, right? And so I think that we can create an identity for ourselves. That's not really who we are, right? I want to unpack this because it's stirring in my head, but I don't really know exactly how to get it out. Okay, I had to make this short because I have dinner on the stove and I'm just sneaking away for a second. But some questions to help yourself identify like who you really are. There's some questions that I always like to use. It's like, what makes me lose track of time? Like when I'm doing something I just really enjoy, right? It's at the center of like who you are. And then like if nobody could criticize you, like what would you do? How would you live your life? And one of my favorite all-time questions is, what do you look like fully alive? I love this question. And you can sit with that for a second. And then let's see what else. Like, what do you not compromise on? Like, no compromising on this particular, thing. Those are really good to ask. And, that encompasses like your values, your faith, just how you want to live your life, and what really moves your heart. So, like what is the thing that tugs at your heartstring? Like if you see this, like it makes you want to move into action. Like that is something that you could pay attention to, and that could draw you towards like your identity. Pretty sure that's food on my sleeve. Anyway, I really like unpacking perfectionism and like its little branches and how it like deviates and like expands through our lives. And I really think if you can get at the root cause of like just slaying perfectionism and it not being a part of your life, and you like letting go and being able to really be free of like who you are that it creates this peace and like sense of purpose in your life that you can like really hold on to. Like, you've probably woke up before and you're like, I don't really want to get out of bed. Like, I'm not excited about my day and I don't want to do this. Like, those moments, like, there's a lot we have to do to grind, and there's a lot of responsibilities as an adult, but we've all been in that place where it's like, I do not like my life, or I do not like my situation, or I do not like this thing and I don't want to do it right now. And it's not saying that like those are the times we like choose out, but those are the times we really dig and ask ourselves the questions like, what needs to be true in order for this to change in my life? And a lot of times it's us really walking in our identity, and that purpose is what fuels us and gets us excited in the morning and gets us like ready and wanting to go and like go about our day and go about life in general. And then the hard things that we have to do and all the boring important things that we still have to do become easier because we have something to look forward to. And so anyway, I better go check on dinner.